Good afternoon, everybody. This is Marcin Kirdalevich here from Miami, together with our partner from Optum Nova. We want to show you today our intelligent business development proposition and show you how we can help you with growing your business. Together with me, we have our partner Optum Nova, Eric from Optum Nova. Maybe you can say hello and introduce yourself, Eric, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. This is Eric speaking. Good to have you in the meeting.
Perfect, thank you. So we will try to tell you. So if we're looking at the agenda, we'll tell you a little bit about what we do here at Miami. We're going to tell you about our proposition for intelligent business development. To tell you a few case studies, and then of course being technology company, we partner with a lot of industry experts, Optum Nova being one of them, to actually help with, business consulting side, within the growth and sales. And, we're going to go through a demo as well as, we're going to have some, Q&A session. So if you do have any questions, there is a live chat open on the right hand side. Feel free to ask, any questions during the webinar, and we will have time to answer them, at the end. So let's start with an introduction to Miami. Miami.io, we're a technology company. I have a pleasure to be a managing director for Miami as well as founder. We are a technology company where we help companies getting a 10x performance within three key areas of the business. That's being a business services, for you to be able to build cloud services and offer your services as a service model. We help our clients within the business operations area to reduce the bottlenecks within internal operations processes, etc. And once you have a good proposition that you offer as a service, and you have no bottlenecks internally within your operations, one area that you would be looking to improve is your growth. So we do have proposition for business development that we will be showing to you, later today. We are a technology company, and to deliver that, intelligent automation within those three key areas for the business, we use our own developed technology. It's called Miami Framework. It's a kind of easy to use, lightweight, but very scalable and secure enterprise ready automation framework that provides features within three key areas, which is robotic process automation, business process automation, and IT infrastructure automation. We do have open source version of our software as well as enterprise open source version. It's very open, integrates with everything, and we do have a technical information about our product. If somebody is interested, happy to share later on more as well. That's about the Miami. One of our proposition or areas of the proposition is business development, intelligent business development, and within that area, we're actually using our own technology. We actually have developed a platform where we offer a proposition that we call Intelligent SDR Services. Everyone who is in sales, is very well aware of the very top of the funnel, how important it is to build a sales pipeline. And we have built that proposition to actually help our customers to get 10x performance within their SDR teams, for sales, for the sales development representatives and BDMs, to help them with generating much more qualified B2B leads for the company. We follow 3-step process: connect, nurture, engage. We help a lot with automation, intelligent automation within that space. Connect is for you to build your target audience and connect with that target audience. Once you connect with the audience, you go to a nurture stage where you help with warming up the conversation and relationship with your potential customers. Once they're happy to engage with you, buy your products or services, then you're being taken to the engage stage where, you create specific call to actions and later on pass, warm leads or opportunities onto your sales team to execute. For that proposition, we use a number of channels, for you to be able to engage with your potential clients. It's all integrated. It's all seamless. We use, some artificial intelligence, in that as well. Everything is done actually in a way to, help your SDR team to get a better performance. So it's not about, spamming people. It's actually about, making sure that they are consistent with the messaging, that their performance is good. And, for that reason, we also provide you specific contracts to be, GDPR and CCPA compliant. That's about the proposition itself. And later on, we're going to show you the demo as well. Now, let me tell you quickly about, a few case studies that we have. First, I would like to talk about, a logistics company that we work with. Very traditional business, I would say. Within their marketing department, they were looking to, improve on a B2B lead generation. They have already existing channels to generate B2B leads. They use SEO. They use PPC. Some advertising on the internet as well. And they were looking to actually help their BDM team to be able to create more leads. And this is when we came with the proposition, actually showing to them our platform, showing how it works, what sort of processes we have, how they're integrated, how you're able to build your target audience, connect, nurture, and engage. They liked it. They actually, engaged with us just a couple of months ago. I would say we are still not in the very early stage, but they're still also learning the platform, and almost on a weekly basis, they bring improvements into the processes on, how they engage with potential clients and so on. So we do help them with, some more integrations within the platform, some more, bringing some more new features into it as well. Just recently we've actually brought, like integration with CRM systems as well. So, now every opportunity, every lead that we generate can actually, be forwarded to your CRM system. And, and you can actually see it, on your dashboards and reports within, Salesforce and HubSpot, for example. Another case study I want to talk to you is about IT services company that we work with. So it's a very popular area that we see at the moment. A lot of services companies, IT services companies are coming to us and asking about how they can improve, their sales performance. It's a very big and competitive market at the moment. Hence, it is very important that actually you use the latest technologies and also processes, kind of, to streamline your business development processes. When we started to work with that company, actually we were defining like what is the strategy going to be, why would we engage, where we could have a success. And we came up that actually, the best use of that proposition would be for them to actually start their international expansion. They are European-based company, and and we have decided that probably expanding to UK and US markets for them would be the best way to go, as they can provide a very good quality and a cost-effective services to customers in the UK, both in the UK and the USA. So we have started with that. We are again, just a couple of weeks in the process together, where we actually have agreed with complete go-to-market with the messaging that we're actually using for their business development, and we're in the process of generating first B2B leads to them. We already see first successes, so I believe, once we're going to work with them more and more, we will just get better and better. Again, it's all integrated with their CRM. They use HubSpot for their CRM. So, all the leads and opportunities land in their CRM system. And then later on, they also have, BDRs and salespeople to kind of, follow up on, what we generate for them. Last but not least, the use case that I want to mention is actually something a little bit different. It's not an end user story. It is actually a partner story. So for you to know, at Biami, we do work with partners a lot. And we, being a technology companies, we're constantly looking for, consulting companies to cover specific areas of the business and provide consultancy, IT services company to provide the project implementations, and so on and so on. So for that reason, we also want our partnerships always to be successful. And for that reason, we actually, as a part of partner offering, we offer, that intelligent SDR services proposition for every partnership that we have. And, that is actually to support the growth of our partnership. So, so instead of just waiting for the leads, our partners actually, get the leads every week, and, they get at least five new, marketing qualified leads per week. And, it is working, pretty well. And that's also one of the way, for us to show that, the partnerships need to be mutual. Yes, when we partner with the companies, we of course want to engage with their network of clients to expand their proposition and help our partners to sell more services into their existing network, but as well as we help them with getting new clients together as well. Last but not least, as is it's always a free partner license that we give with the partnership offer for us to keep that partnerships working for both and mutually beneficial. Those are the 3 case studies I wanted to talk. As I mentioned, Biami being a technology company, we build a great technology for the intelligent automation. Of course, technology doesn't solve all the problems. Hence, we do have partner with industry experts. And today with us we have Eric Pfeifers from Optum Nova, who are our partners for intelligent business development proposition. They're sales experts. And Eric, over to you. Maybe you can say a few words about the company and help us.
Yeah, thank you, Martin. And indeed, I'm one of the partners that's working with them. It's a very beneficiary cooperation. Optum Nova, we position ourselves as commercial engineers in B2B sales. So we have a fast track record in high-tech sales, primarily software sales. Think on 45 years. And we deliver to B2B companies services and solutions that actually improve and accelerate their sales. So with the end result, of course, delivering more and better results. We are headquartered in the Netherlands and but working on a European scale for companies. And what we like to do for companies is help them sell and market like important companies. Have the processes in place that resemble that, and also the technologies and all the means that are available to help you as a B2B company grow your business. We work with Biami, using the SDR as a service solution, we call it SDR Services, ourselves for a couple of weeks already now, and is delivering great results. So Martin asked me to join those results with you, and I will demo it later on. What we intend to do later on in the demo is give you an overview of the solution, how it works, actually works in real life, so it's a real demo environment. And the goal that we have is nurturing 3,000 existing leads, leading up to actually connecting and have a conversation with 500 new prospects. And our KPI is, final KPI, book 20 meetings or calls. And to be honest, I received that in the first 3 weeks already, so I'm one happy customer using it myself. I'm also working with a lot of customers on this specific topic to drive their results as well. I will give you an overview on the process. Like Marcin mentioned briefly, it's about starting the conversation with your target audience. And we have 3 phases in there. So there's a connect, there's a nurture, and there's an engage phase. If you look at the connect phase, this is typically where you have defined your target audience. You can define it in a dynamic way. That's a very important one. And you want to approach them personalized through multiple channels. Can be LinkedIn, can be email, can be whatever channel you would reach out, so an only channel to connect with your target audience. And really focus on the targeted approach. That's where the definition of the audience is important. You really define it. You want to connect with these types of roles, these types of companies, and that's your target audience, and the process is kicking off, and delivering results. So it's about connecting, invite them to connect with you based on their response. If they are positive right away, which happens quite a lot, you go immediately to the engage phase. If they want to have more information, you start the conversation in an intelligent way. So based on their response, it sounds interesting, but I want to know more upfront. We immediately share relevant content to this person. So that will ensure that the level of the conversation is as high as possible with relevant content and relevant engagement. If there's no response, you can either retry or try a different channel. Your target audience remains the same. And you can do that in a logical way, like you would do it yourself as a BDR or as an account. So you try 2-3 days later, find a different channel, send a reminder 1 week later. It's all up to you to orchestrate that. And well, in the end, it's like it's mentioned here, you don't always win, but we make the win rate as high as possible. So that's the connect phase. Then we have the nurture phase. So you are connected with that person, and based on marketing content that you provide, questions and answers that are automatically in conversation with your prospects. You nurture them, and again, if they're interested, you immediately go to engage phase. They want more, you repeat, let's say, that orchestration in really intelligent, delivering relevant content, relevant answer. You keep it consistent, so it's like a normal dialogue, and you have a high quality of content. And again, if there's no response, you define what actions to take, more nurturing, so sharing more relevant information, try a different approach, or at the end say, okay, this one I won't win, and go off to the next lead. Then the final stage in this process is engage. One important thing is that all these 3 steps are one integrated process. There's no shifting of data, moving data from one system to another. You start with the target audience, and along these 3 steps, you work with that target audience without moving any data. So it's consistent, and you leave out possible errors in timing and in quality of data. It's all in one integrated system available to you. So you connect, you nurture, and you engage. So people are interested, or they visit your landing page based on the conversation that's so far. Or what I experienced quite a lot of times is people are so interested they want to know more immediately. So I'll pick up the phone or send a direct email, schedule invites, and we're in the engage phase. And that leads to call to actions, notification emails that get automatically. And in my case, in my HubSpot environment, it's automatically updated and entered as, in my case, a marketing qualified lead for further processing. But it leads to the logical next step, which is selling. And again, this is one integrated process. I will now shift to general environment. So that. Yeah. This is where I log in. And it's of course a cloud-based solution, and it covers the three areas that I just discussed. So it's about connecting, it's about nurturing, engaging with your target audience. So to give you an overview on where I use this solution myself, I have a target audience defined. You see here the initial results, so that's the first connection that I made in 1108 people. I have an invite sent to almost 1100, and on that first touch, I already have a connection established with 213. You see here that is processed on a regular basis. During the weekend, for example, we sort of pause sending messages, automatically decided at a time either Sunday evening or Monday morning to engage with the customers and connect. I create an invite message that I share with those people in my audience. And this is an important part. How do I, in this case, for LinkedIn, define my audience? I can either have individual profiles. Working on LinkedIn, I see a person that might be of interest to me and my company. I copy the URL of that person's page, and I said, say, add to target audience. It will be in my list of the target audience. I can do a regular people search. They're all on a regular LinkedIn account. So stating territory, verticals that I want to emphasize, some job roles, or even free text like B2B Sales, for example. And what I do here, I click the URL of that search, so the results of the search, and copy it in here and add it to my target audience. I can do multiple searches, so to really refine and zoom into my target audience, and add it here. If you have a Sales Navigator account, it's the same, so you can have your list that's already created, which are probably most of the time more detailed in the way you search and select people. So if you work with a list, it can be a dynamic list of people who meet criteria to search for, added automatically by Navigator to that list. That will be upgraded. So if you copy the URL here, it will be again added to the target audience. And once a month or once a week, you can set that in Navigator. When there are leads or contacts added to that list, they will be automatically added to the target audience as well. So that's the connect phase. Then we're off to the nurture phase. You see here the number of people that are connected with, based out of the total of 1180. And you can define the messaging rules here based on their responses. I'm not allowed to show everything in terms of GDPR, but I can give you at least an overview of what is possible. I can define, for example, if they respond with, I'm interested in getting to know more. I can say, okay, if I receive that message, I can say after at least 2 days, send a message after receiving a reply, which is interested, then say, okay, further to the engage phase, we don't also reply with specific text. Thank you for connecting. And this might be relevant to you as well, and build up a conversation. So that's the set of messaging rules that you create yourself, like you would have in a normal conversation in meetings. Your BDR picks a person, a set of persons, starts engaging with them, inviting them, and engaging them. And this will be the exact way that you will do it. You can send an overall message to the network, and of course there are people that respond, thank you, but not interested, put them on your do not contact list, so you can find it as well. And you can define specific content that you want to share with your network, the connections that you make in this example. That's relevant to nurture them with relevant content to them. Final stage for this, engage with the right audience, leads and opportunities here. That's the result of this engagement phase. And again, you have your inbox. You can define the qualification criteria that you sort your prospects on and prioritize your prospects on. And you can, of course, assign them to members in your sales team if you have that available. And my final KPI for this is a call to action. As an example, I want people that I connect with, that I nurture, that I engage with, to book a meeting with me to discuss this program that I call SDR Services. It's a combination of with services that we provide in orchestrating that message, that conversation, to be able to deliver the maximum results. And of course, there's a whole lot of features that are developed when we use the solution and during the solution. Miami is very responsive in it's updating, listening, and discussing with you what your goals are and how that can be delivered in the solution. So it's maturing very, very rapidly. That makes me very happy, of course. This is an example of how to work together with something like Miami. I think that concludes my presentation. Again, the important thing is it's integrated process, no data going from one system to another during this three-step approach. The final result for me is that it's automatically sent to my CRM, in this case HubSpot, to the Salesforce as well. So you have a qualified warmed-up lead in your funnel to start with during your conversion in the rest of the sales cycle. Marcin, anything to add from your side?
Thank you very much, Eric. I think that gives a good overview of what solution can do. Again, I would just maybe reiterate that, for managed services, it is fully GDPR and CCPA compliant. We do help, our clients with business development work. And, I always like to say, about one thing is, it's a nice feeling when you set up the system, you go to bed in the evening, you wake up, have your breakfast, you open your laptop, you start working, and actually in the morning, you see that you have, a couple of new leads generated already. That's the best feeling, I think, and the value that we get from, our intelligent SDR solution, because that's what when we have built it, it does help you with, automation of, a lot of your business development activities, helps you to build a pipeline, and that works, pretty well.
Yeah, and I can confirm that it's very good to have that morning session. Indeed, opening up your account, seeing a lot of new leads coming in. And looking at the goals that we set for this first one that I used it for, it's indeed delivering even more than what is listed here. So I connect and nurture 3,000 persons. I have connected with almost 300 in the first one already, but I have more than 20 meetings. So it's delivering on the promise. 10x results.
Great, and we're happy about it because that's our objective. That's why we built it. It's we're supposed to be just a commercial proposition. We genuinely believe that that our automation technology is there to help people with improving their performance, and that's for business in development area. Different propositions we do have also for companies to help them with optimizing and their internal business operations and removing bottlenecks there, or building cloud services for you to be able to offer services in as a service model, subscription based. I don't see any questions here at the moment. So if you have any questions, please feel free to use live chat to ask those questions, and we are happy to take them and respond. At the moment, maybe one thing I would say is, Eric, if we have somebody who is uninterested and they say, "Oh, this is great. I have five people in my sales development as in the SDR team. What should I do to actually start working with it? How can I kick off the process to actually start benefiting from the platform?"
Yeah, well, what we typically do is look at your current process and the conversation that you typically use during all conversation your SDR team has, and then really focus on, okay, well, what are the success criteria? So that's the analysis. And then look at what is the most successful, let's say, dialogue and conversation that you have, and that will be resembled with using this automation. That leads to your SDRs being more capable of not only connecting but really engaging and nurturing with, let's say, your most desired accounts. That's what you can have them focus on. That's what we have done so far. So it really helps in both driving value, because they can really focus on your target, your main target customers, and volume, because the rest of the prospects can be handled as well. So it really drives up the quality and the volume of the pipeline.
Thank you, Eric. And I maybe one thing I would also add is from the experience we have here is technology is one part of the solution, but of course you need to have also your proposition built in a way that it's sellable and your messaging is aligned with your proposition, and the conversation sequence you build is kind of smooth and goes well for you to be able to get the best performance from the platform. Of course, engaging our partners to actually help you with building sales messaging and so on helps as well. There is a question. Yeah, sorry, Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's exactly the reason why we assembled, let's say, a list of best practices. What are typical conversation starters that respond, that resonates very well, and what kind of response would that lead to? So that's sort of what we call a playbook of best practices that you can use throughout this process. So both can connect as well as engage in nurture.
Perfect.
That's the vision.
Perfect. We have a question from Paul. Paul is asking, does the system safeguard against the excessive activity? So, so you don't get penalized for your activities and so on. Maybe I will say from a technology perspective how we actually approach that, and Eric, if you want to take it from a sales perspective, please do as well. This is where intelligence comes in. It is really intelligent system that we have built that is built for people and does behave like human beings as well. So yes, it is intelligent in the way that with any activities that we do within whatever channel you use, we actually constantly track like what is the outcome of the activities. So first thing we, of course, even from a business perspective, we wouldn't advise anybody to just, put, all the settings up to the maximum and kind of, reach as many potential clients as you can, because sometimes actually having a smaller target audience and have a much more focused messaging helps you more. But even if you do actually reach, any sort of limits, then yes, the systems will pick up and will pause the activities. Then you're going to have a time to actually decide what you want to do next, when you want to unpause, or, if you want to change your processes and so on, then yes, you would be able to do that. So, yes, you don't need to worry that, you're going to constantly be hitting, some threshold of what's possible. And Eric, have you had a situation like that?
Well, so far, again, very important is your target audience, so make it as specific as possible, and construct your messaging in the right way. So far, I have not touched on any limits. So the numbers I shared with you, so 3,000 dialogues that I started. So far, I have not reached a limit. No.
Yep. So that's
my experience.
That just confirms it works because the technology was built. So yes, of course, it scales very well horizontally, but it also should recognize what activities are being done, and if it detects any limits, then actually it pauses the activities and helps you. I don't see any more questions on the chat at the moment, but I would probably just touch on one point quickly, which is very common questions we were getting asked. So within a system, you can build your target audience, the messaging, build automation within your sequence flow of messages and the conversation with your potential leads, all that is built in. Now, what, very often customers ask us, what do you do if you actually have a wider proposition, than just, selling one thing with, one defined call to action? What is actually, that you can do to, for you to be able to sell, more than one proposition. And an answer to that, there's really two approaches to that. So one is, we would recommend you to actually have, probably two separate profiles to actually, separate two different propositions from each other. Because, having very well defined call to actions and all the activities on the way will actually bring you the best results. So that's the recommended way. If that's not something what you can do, then, we would advise that you would start, one campaign and run it, for a certain amount of time to sell, one specific proposition. And then we would say probably pause that campaign and, start, another campaign to sell your other proposition. In that way, you will sell one proposition at the time. And again, that will help you actually to, just get a better performance, higher hit rates and higher, percentage of, engagements within the process. Okay, thank you for Paul. So, you're very welcome. So, Eric, is there anything you would like to say to close the webinar?
Well, from what Ross said, to add my experience to this, indeed using the invite message with a certain type of proposition in focus. What I typically do is, after 3 days, I change that invite message so I can sort of A/B test during the process to see what the responses are to that. So that's really flexible in addressing that, it's an optimization of the whole process. That really works for me. And of course, if you have a different product line, you can have multiple instances running to cover up, let's say, a volume product typically, in a very automated way. And more value-based products really targeting with more guidance in there. So that really should be tailored to your business. And that's exactly what people do jointly with Miami. And well, thanks for listening and watching. If you do have questions coming up, always happy to answer.
Indeed. And Eric, thank you very much for taking part in this webinar. Your knowledge on the sales process and the business side is very, very valuable. Not only we benefit from it, but a lot of our customers as well. So we'll definitely continue. The webinar will be recorded. We'll be sharing it on our websites as well. So indeed, if you have any other questions that you would like to take one-on-one, we're happy to help you. If that's all, then yes, thank you very much, everybody, and hope to speak to you soon. Thank you.